Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to WSTX AM 970. Doug Kenton here with ya. All right. You know, I usually have my co-host in here, Jared, right? But Jared, the birthday boy, you know, so if you know him on Facebook, you can always send him a belated birthday. And he let me to know from last week that, you know, the doctor got it today. So, anyhow, I hope that don't take too long. Maybe we'll even hear from him, right? Anyhow, one day at a time, folks. One day at a time. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we pumping this talk here. Yes. Today from the studio. Tomorrow, well, we're working on that. Okay, we're working on some out of the studio stuff. And, you know, WSTX is a community-minded station. So if you feel you have an environment where we can set up a remote and it's community-oriented and a good conversation, or you're the guest and we just going to set up our studio by you, hey, let us know, all right? Tell them that Doug said, okay? Yeah, we used to do that before. We did it quite a few times in Frederickstead. We were down there by Polly's on the pier. We were off on the lawn and set up. We had that beautiful background of the sea and everything else. And Lordy B, we got even better set up now to do it. So, it's one of those things. I'm throwing that out there. If your non-profit organization, for-profit organization, or other organization is doing good things in the community and wants to have that conversation, yeah. All right, WSTX is here. Okay. And I could hear Jared and some of these folks wondering now, what kind of bush he had this morning in that tea, right? All right, so we're here on WSTX on Facebook. And, of course, you can go to Douglas Canton on YouTube and check it out. Hi, Mom. How you doing? Okay. Any more snow lately? Okay. Well, folks, you know, I was out of here for a while, and I had to go. You know, when you gotta go, right? Yeah. And the day I came back, my son, it's like they were waiting for me to leave. This ton of snow and ice and everything come down. Lordy be. Hey, it's all right if I caught it. If I caught it, it just meant that I would have been getting my continuing education in shoveling snow. Yeah, all right. So, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So, talk to me. What's going on with you? All right. 340-773-0390. 773-0490. Okay. Well, we got something. We're evolving our setup here to be able to better address you in both the what should I call it? Both the over the air and over the internet. Okay, because sometimes we have some things we want you to see, but because hey, we just didn't set up for it. Well, now we going the whole 9 yards and we setting up for it. Okay? So, as this system evolves, you're going to find that, hey, it's a cool place to be, my son. It's a cool place to be. Okay? Okay. Yeah, so, anyhow, I know I done told you already to record everything, so okay, all right, yeah, storage found, and I told you what to do, so let's go ahead and get it done. All right, okay, folks, the first thing we gotta do, because you know, Sarge up, they say he gonna foreclose, you know, he coming after me, he said, I owe them so much play on this song that they coming after me, folks, okay, so I might be there with a GoFundMe soon, asking for your help. All right, all right, all right. Anyhow, um, it's just one of those things where you got to do what you got to do when you got to do it. Um, yeah, so oh, so what you gonna do, folks? What you gonna do? All you could do is what you can. Take it one day at a time, because any faster than that, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. It never fails. Just take it one day at a time, all right? And I say that especially to you folks on the road. Take your time. And riding close up on my car bumper. Like, you can't hurry up and move, and you got 4 and 5 cars in front of me. Where are you going to go? Being on my car bumper means that you're just making yourself to be in a better position to rear end me, and then when you do that, well, hey, it's you're wrong, and that's only the case. Yeah, okay. All right. So anyhow, I'm on the air here with you folks, and in the meantime, if you need me, you can text me. That for those of you who have the connection, all right, because I'm on the air, and folks, these Virgin Islands, these beautiful Virgin Islands that we have here for us and for others to enjoy. But I say for us because we live here, so we should be enjoying it too. All right, there's a lot going on in these here Virgin Islands, and the extent to which our young people can contribute is something that we have to be aware of, okay, and give them the opportunity. Give them the opportunity, and I'm not talking about lip service opportunity. I'm talking about real opportunity, okay? Because a lot of times what we end up with is this lip service thing, and folks, we can't be doing that. We can't be doing that, okay? Let's stay away from the lip service thing, okay? All right, so let's see if these new things we have in working for you, and let's see if Sarge gonna let me off the hook.
Watch now. Image. We back again. We got another little quaver for you. Aye. You thought it was good the first time? Man, we had so much fun, we could do it again. Hello, my people. How you doing today? It's been a long time coming, what I have to say. Look at our culture, things are not the same. Let's not sit down and do nothing while it goes down the drain. Please help me. Let's not for the masqueraders, the musician and mass makers. All the way. Hey. Look around, the hearts are dying. We must prevent this from happening. Start today. Fight for your culture, work for your culture, enjoy your culture. Together, worship your culture, learn from your culture, stay with your culture forever. Shame. All these European dishes I just can't explain. What happened to fungi, dumpling and Johnny cake, yam dashing and sweet potato, cassava and plantain? Help me. Callaloo fried fish to kuna. Wash it down with some brown soda or some lemonade. Sorrel, sour, passion fruit. Salted poison and red bean soup. Crucian baba berry. Fight for your culture, work for your culture. our local heroes. Recognize their contributions to their heritage. D. Hamilton Jackson, Elmo Plaskett, Jack James, Rodney Shabbat, Henry Wilson, Alexander Moorhead. Continue. David Canigata Sr., Harris Scott and Joe Christopher, Al McMahon, Valmy Thomas, Emil Griffith, P.G. Gerard, Elrod Hendricks, Tracy Julian Jackson. Fight for your culture, work for your culture, enjoy your culture. Together, worship your culture, learn from your culture, stay with your culture forever and ever. Don't forget our great mass makers, Saito and Anita Christian, Magnus Holiday, Helen Joseph Floyd Anderson, Susie Ibati Peterson, Sylvia Florence Bailey, Mr. Thomas One Man, Sticky Top, Rudy Shelterbrand, Ohalo Williams, Blinky, James D, Joe Paris, Edward Simmons, Lloyd Rapid, Archie Thomas, King Derby, Wesley Thomas, Milo, Stanley, the great Chanel, Leona Watson, Miss Harris, Willie White, Beryl Francis, Ethel McIntosh, and many more, too numerous to mention. Brownie, we thank you. Good thing.
Yeah, folks. Anyhow, so I paid my dues, all right? Yeah, culture, folks, is one of them things. Either you take care of it or you lose it, or somebody comes and redefine it for you, and then you want to get upset. Well, hey, don't be getting upset. Get involved, you know, and share some of your experiences. Now, I remember the days of being around the table in the kitchen with all of this callaloo bush on the table, and people sit around the table and picking callaloo bush. All right? Well, I want to interview some people who had that experience. All right? You hear me? I need to interview some people who have had that experience. I am trying to preserve those memories in a way that we can share it with generations to come. So I'm saying to you, you got CantonVI@mac.com, that's MAC.com. If you're interested in working with me and doing that, I am throwing it out from now. Yes, sitting around the kitchen table or wherever you used to do it, picking that callaloo bush. And you know it was a right way to pick it when you had that callaloo bush there. Yes, you know that. Because you know if you had tried and take the shortcut, what was going to happen to the bush and what might have happened to you too. Yes, sometimes it was a little tedious, but they rung the table and the talk and everything else is what made it a family group get together kind of thing. But you know what? I could sit here and say this over the air all I want to. What I need is to hear it from you all who experienced it back in the day, a little bit about your family history and so forth and so on in terms of the callaloo thing. Okay? All right. Yeah. And I know we have people who don't make callaloo as a matter of the commercial and the cultural and so forth and so on. Yes. I gonna get to them. But you see, they don't have all of your memories. And to make it really be fulfilling, we need to get your memories. Now, folks, you don't have to be here on St. Croix, you know. You could be anywhere in the world as long as we can communicate via something like Zoom or something. Hey, we can have the conversation. So, Virgin Islanders here, there, and everywhere. If you used to sit around the table or wherever and pick the callaloo bush back in the day, Doug want to interview you. All right. Good thing, good thing. You've been told. You've been told. All right. So now, as I've been telling you, we're working on changing up something here, and you know the there is something that we want to do, which is that we want to give more of the local musicians performances that we have, especially those that are culturally relevant, and we have something to share. I want to share it with you. Now this means in particular not just for you to hear, but I want you to see. Now I have a song that I does, for lack of a better word, bun. For lack of a better word, there's a song that I does bun. Okay? Okay, for those of you who are listening, whether you're from Idaho, Newark, wherever the case may be, and you want to know what Doug talking about. Okay. Well, bun is just a Crucian slang for burn. Okay? And when you play a song over and over and over, or people when, oh God, Doug come on again. I know he gonna play this song, right? Okay, you get a reputation for playing a particular song or whatever, or wearing a particular outfit or whatever. Hey, then you bun it. Meaning that you wear it so much that it go one day it go just catch on fire, right? You burning it, right? Anyhow, you know, I love my Virgin Islands, and hey, I am particularly fond of my St. Croix. Hey, yeah, we got a young lady in here who did a poem about St. Croix, and I done challenge her on something with that. Anyhow, but okay, it's about St. Croix. Yeah, so I have, because this person will always be with me, I have a very good friend. You know, I am of the belief that the spirit is always alive. The body is just where the spirit is at the time. And so, what I've been trying to do is to share these performances with the audience. But we've been having some technical difficulties. So, this time around, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, okay, Douglas Canton YouTube, all right, I have a treat for you. So, if you're not there, I'm going to just tell you, pull out your device quick, and go to YouTube and find Douglas Canton on there. Yeah. And you're going to catch it live, okay? So, here we go.
I'm always meeting people who wants me to recommend a holiday resort for them when they have vacation to spend. I always tell them truly, if you want to have fun and joy, visit the Virgin Islands, the queen of them all, St. Croix. Hey, St. Croix is a lovely island, yes. St. Croix, ideal for vacation. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist, boy. Come to St. Croix, oh Lordy. Come to St. Croix, oh boy. Come to St. Croix, why you talking? For snorkeling and sailing, it is my belief you will be enchanted by the lovely Buck Island Reef. Then back to your hotel, so comfortable and clean. You never want to go back home. You want to stay here in the Caribbean. St. Croix for duty-free liquor. Yeah, St. Croix, perfume and jewelry is cheaper. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist. What you say? Come to St. Croix, oh Lord. Come to St. Croix, aha. Come to St. Croix, why you talking? Mikey. Dimitri Coleman, yeah. Calypso and steampunk will tell you it's carnival. Beauty queens parading, I say you can't miss this festival. It starts around Christmas until January the 8th. So make your reservations now before it gets too late. St. Croix, if you like sea bathing. St. Croix, spearfishing and some riding. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist. While you're talking, come to St. Croix, oh boy. Come to St. Croix. Bring your mother, bring down your father and your brother. Don't forget your sister. Come to St. Croix, oh, oh, Lord. She da ba da ba de be do ba da ba de be do be da ba ba. She da 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 ba, she ba da ba do ba da ba do ba da ba do ba da ba da ba da ba do
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Dr. Eugene.
Yes, the one and only Dr. Eugene Peterson. Yes, all right. So, folks, for those of you who saw it, you know, appreciate your feedback. Did it come through clear? Did it come through nice? You want more of that? Okay, or you want to say, Doug, that's enough. I ain't want no more music and no more video, no nothing. I just want to go home. Well, me stopping you. Anyhow, you know, invariably you just have those people who just have their way, you know, so you can't go through life trying to please them. All right? Now, you know, something a little bit of a, not controversial, but just want to throw out there. You know, sometimes I hear people talk about the Virgin Islands and, you know, third world countries being better than us and this, that, and the other, right? When they, and it, you know, when they talk about things like WAPA and other things, so forth and so on, right? What I would appreciate is when you say those things, if you would name the country that you're doing, basing a comparison on, okay? I think it's unfair to the Virgin Islands and to the people you talking to or posting to make that statement just like that. And you hear it about Caribbean quote-unquote independent countries. Now I know that with the kind of money that we get from the United States and subsidies and everything else, we're not, we got some money here to work with that those other folks have to do a different hustle to get there. But if you're going to make the comparison, I'm just saying, give specifics, please. Give specifics. Let's keep the conversation on a level, and I say that on a higher level. Someone was saying that, for instance, an example, internally, not looking outside, that we should shut down WAPA and just do everything from the refinery, water, and power and everything else. Well, best of my knowledge, the refinery has not updated its production facilities in donkey years, which means that if they're doing it from there, you're going to have generators that consume a whole lot more oil, okay, in that context, and I can't see how we would win. They may have had some great water purification systems there, but I think that if they were to take on providing for the whole island, that you would talk a whole infrastructure system upgrade that's going to take a couple of years to do and bring online and going to cost a whole lot of money, which who going to pay for it? We're going to pay for it. Now, this is not in defense of WAPA and their facilities in that context, but if you think we're behind now, I think we might put ourselves further behind to come forward. But in people's frustration, it's just natural sometimes to grab at things, and that's why I'm asking for specifics. Because if you're going to compare the generation systems in WAPA to those in the refinery, then we need to know what the generation systems in the refinery are. Because if you got a ragged Toyota that's running good, and I got another car over there that's shiny, and you go and say, well, here, take my Toyota and give me this, and this person say, yeah, and then you take it, and when you lift up the hood, you ain't got no engine in it. It had looked nice. All right, it had looked nice, but anyhow, I say that not to take a side one way or the other. I'm just asking that if you're going to make those kind of statements, please give us, more of a reference, okay? Because it's very easy. It's almost within the context of human nature that we can tend to jump to something just because somebody say. Do your research. Do your research. Don't be no follow fashion and end up with more issues than you started out with. Do your research. So whether it's third world countries, other Caribbean independent states, or internally, please do your research and inform the people of what your research says. Everybody have a right to feel how they feel, okay? Because when I come home in the afternoon and I bring home, my 50 children from sports, and they need to take a shower, and the water they off, and there was no notice, okay? And notice on the internet does not count, okay? There are a lot of people who are not on the internet. There are even more people who are on the internet that are not on Facebook. So I guess I need to say some, share my thoughts with the governor and the administration, but I think that they're doing themselves a great disservice to the extent that they're relying on Facebook to get the word out, when in fact a lot of people still listen to the radio, even if it's some of the newer online radio shows that they have. They get their information on the radio. Anyhow, I got an incoming call here on 2, so let me see who it is I want to talk to, Doug. Good morning, okay. WSTX.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
I just tuned in. I didn't get your name.
Name is Doug Canton, C-A-N-T-O-N.
Name is what?
Doug, D-O-U-G. Last name Canton, C-A-N-T-O-N.
You related to a senator?
Well, my father was a senator in the 17th legislature, and
I know the name, Canton.
Yes, and I was a senator in the 23rd and 24th legislature.
Oh, I'm just trying to establish
Yes.
where I know the name from.
All right, good thing.
Yes, sir. Anyhow, not to beat a dead horse that done dead and buried and resurrect.
Oh, Lordy V. Great
Whopper.
powers there. Go ahead.
Whopper.
Uh-huh.
Well, more than Whopper, it's just everything in general.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I don't understand what these senators, no disrespect intended. I don't understand what these senators, well, not all of them, because you have a handful.
Collectively, in terms of what they
Right.
get done as a body. Yeah.
Right. You have a handful that know what they're doing and care about the territory and the future of the territory. Because they live here and they have family here, you know. But the majority of them, they're acting like, you know, they're on the next planet and they're operating from another planet. These policies, some of these policies don't make any sense. And you will have to wonder why they go, if they have staff, what they're paying the staff to do.
Well,
Don't research. Like you were saying, they don't do no research. I mean, it's like the old saying, if you want to keep a black man down, give him a book. That means that he ain't gonna read it.
well,
And if he does read it, he won't comprehend what he reading.
well,
You
it's
see what
more.
I'm saying? So it's very,
That's
it's
important.
very embarrassing.
Right, but it's more complicated than that. I can give you some.
I know.
first- Yeah.
But I just talking Sesame Street style.
Right.
Because
Right.
I'm an average person. I know professor or a lying politician that going to go wrong around the bush. I'm an average person, elderly, disabled, a single mom, grandchildren and whatnot, you know, have to accept a little assistance, you know, like
Okay.
80% of us.
Well, let me share something with you, right? And for conversation, right? First of all, you have people who say, me ain't gonna vote, cause ain't gonna make a difference. But then afterward, who don't complain the loudest, right? So we have to get people involved.
I the vote.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm
I the
just,
vote.
I know, but
So that's why I am very, very annoyed and embarrassed with what I am seeing in the age of technology.
right.
Because when I was a child, I could tell you, I used to pay attention to what happening around me, especially with our policymakers. And way back when, we had real policymakers that cared, pay attention, understood the situation, and did right by the people. And I could name quite a few. So I don't understand, and way back when, they did not have no technology like what they have now.
Right. But
You know, you didn't even have washing machine like what they have now. So I could remember my mom washing machine, them old time washing machine that you had to put the clothes in the wringer and it come through like them wooden ringers and a round washing machine, the 1940s, 50s.
right.
You had to iron. You have a little iron thing. You put in, you heat it, and iron your clothes. I going way back when
No,
some people didn't even have power.
I ain't that far back, but I did it with you. But
I know.
yeah, let me share.
Yeah, that's how I'm telling you.
Yes, but let
Like
me
I said, I'm
share.
a grandmother.
Right.
You have to be studying from a candle or a lamp. You know, when we had no power to rely on. You know, you had to go to the market, not no supermarket. Had to
Well-
go to the marketplace and buy your fish and vegetable.
Let's bring it up to today, because I am very interested in what you're saying, right?
But that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
When we really had it rough and tough, and people wanted to make a difference and cared. Now they got all kind of technical this and computer that and blah blah blah, and they look acting like they just
right.
inept.
But you were saying something that you used to pay attention. Okay? Today, I think people will pay attention for a minute and then it'll move on. And now...
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
They're so distracted. They got all this technical this and technical that. Everything instant.
And the politicians love it that way. Okay? That's... Okay, now, let me give you a picture here.
Of course they love it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a decent attention span, you can't pay attention to the nonsense that they're doing.
Well, let me give you a idea, right? Imagine if the people of St. Croix, okay, because that's where I am, said that no street lights by November, no vote in November. All right? It's a sin that for 10 years our highway has been there unlighted and unmarked.
I am
okay?
St. Thomas, and I know about St. Croix.
Right.
And St. Croix is a big island.
Right.
And they in worse shape than us.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that if the people say, this the deal, folks, you want to see them lights come on before November? It will come on. But
serious thing.
Serious thing. All we need to do is agree on something and hold a head. That's it.
Hold one head.
That's
what
right.
I'm talking about. Way back when, everybody hold one head. Some people, they didn't even have phone, like what you call landline. Now you got landline, you got cell phone, you got water line, you got all kind of... it's absurd.
And we just totally distracted because we jumping from this to this to this.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. It's just very, very annoying.
Right.
And I emphasize to my children and grandchildren, because maybe that's why, as a young person, I paid attention to what's going on around me. Because, look, I am a child of history. I worship history. Love it. And you know why? And now I know how vital and important history is. Not his story, our story as African people.
Right.
You must pay attention to the past to understand what is happening now.
And we don't have to
and
go
then
all...
what is to come in the future.
Right. And we don't even have to go all the way back to Africa. Because the last 10 years is our history. Our story that we
I'm
tell.
telling you.
And if we want a story to be...
And then, and then we as a people, after all what we've been through, and our ancestors and whatnot, and what we're going through right now, with how the brutality of police, the police extreme force and cruelty, and the racism, the height of racism, and the politics and the legal system.
Well,
we need to pay the most attention, because we are the ones getting treated like crap.
Yeah.
The most. You don't see no Asian, no Indian, you name it, getting treated as badly as we black people.
Don't go there. You could find. The thing is, I don't want to compare to the worst. I want to look at how we could be better. If you understand where I'm coming from. And I'm with you.
If we could pay attention to how we have been treated up to now, we must hold one head. If you don't come together there is power in numbers. If you don't come together as a people and demand that your representatives and these idiot politicians stop playing games, because people suffering.
Well,
people suffering, and I heard the governor say something so ridiculous. Some kind of what do you call it, press conference. He said something so ridiculous. It was hurtful. You know what he said? Oh, nobody gonna die if we don't fix WAPA right now. That's so shameful. WAPA, the power. Your power source control everything. Whether it's your refrigerator, your laptop, or you as a sick elderly person, and you need electricity for your oxygen tank.
Right. You have
if
people.
If your electricity shut down and your oxygen tank cannot get electricity, you're going to die.
Right. No, I understand that, and I don't. That statement definitely was too broad. Okay, that statement definitely was too broad.
No,
but
I'm telling you, look, I don't know how or why he get back in office, but that little boy, and I could call him a boy, because I have an idea of his age. That little boy is going to suffer for all the wicked foolishness he's been up to and his don't care attitude. And with that, have a pleasant day, sir.
Okay, thank you for your call. Okay. Yeah, folks. What I take from all of that, and I leave out the personal opinions about individuals. What I take from that in the most is that folks need to pick an issue, put a foot down, and say, look, if it ain't changed, my support gone. Period. Okay? Now, the fact of the matter is, a lot of people vote for people because I like he or she. I know he or she, mother, father, family. There's my friend. All of these things. But the fact of the matter is, for the past 10 plus years, we have no lights on the highway. I mean, it's a little exaggeration. You got some spotted areas that might have some lights. Okay? But this isn't something that started with this administration. And all I'm saying is that if it's a money thing, then I'm talking about the legislature. The legislature have to make sure that the money is there. Okay? So that's where I would go after them in that sense. And once I know that the money is there, then the next thing is, are the plans in place to do it? And have the contractors been bidded and on the project and done the project? I looking now at the road there to the East Airport Road, and the road come down there from Kings Hill. I mean, for as long as we ain't been able to drive that road, by now we should have had a temporary bridge put in, just like how they do a temporary thing up Lagoon. We should have had something. I mean, it's so disruptive, and people just don't want to go out, and that's not good for commerce. Anyhow, I got my engineer here. And unlike Gerard, she don't deal in direct abuse. She would just call some people in here for me, and you'll hear all the noise and everything. And I'll come back in all repentant and be a good DJ from that point on. But anyhow, we got some people we need to say thank you to, our advertisers, and I'm always happy to give them their just due, because that's why we're here. All right, so I'll be back.
When we're not talking, you'll hear all your favorite songs, including calypso, jazz, love song, gospel, and those country legends, giving you more music variety. This is AM 970 WSTX.
Connect your way with Liberty Prepaid. Activate 2 lines for $25 per month per line and get an Orbic Myra free for each line with unlimited calls, text, and data. No contract and no credit check necessary. Get access to our 5G network with 8 gigabytes of high-speed data and no additional cost. Sign up at a Liberty store today and enjoy the mobile network you trust. Liberty Prepaid. Certain restrictions apply. For more details, visit www.libertyvi.com.
Grab your lights and come. Jay's Landscaping. We do tree trimming, debris removal, small and large lot clearance, commercial and residential yard maintenance, all at reasonable rates.
Call Jason for Jay's Landscaping, 473-8586. Estimates available. No job too big or too small.
AM 970 WSTX, Christiansted, Frederickstead, and the Virgin Islands.
Come to Tire Kingdom. Come to Tire Kingdom. When you need tires for your car, come to Tire Kingdom. For your SUV or your trailer, come to Tire Kingdom. We have every brand in every size. Come to Tire Kingdom. Lowest prices in the Virgin Isles. Come to Tire Kingdom. At Tire Kingdom, we have the largest selection. Number one on the island, that is Tire Kingdom. We have custom rims in every style. Out at Tire Kingdom. The best service that will make you smile. Out at Tire Kingdom. Any tire you need, we've got them all. Out at Tire Kingdom. Right at the entrance of Tutu Mall. That is Tire Kingdom. At Tire Kingdom, we're number one. Best prices and largest selection. Call 776-3400. We will be glad to help you. So shop at Tire Kingdom. The best prices, at Tire Kingdom. Largest selection, at Tire Kingdom. We are number one. At Tire Kingdom. Come ride with the winner.
When we're not talking, you'll hear all your favorite songs, including calypso, jazz, love song, gospel, and those country legends, giving you more music variety. This is AM 970 WSTX.
Sweet St. Croix. I love the sweet Caribbean ocean breeze. There is no place where I would rather be. The fish and turtles swimming around the pier. From where I stand, I can see so clear. For reggae to soak up any Baqual Bay, it makes me dance along the way. Oh, sweet St. Croix, oh, sweet St. Croix, your history is so rich. Fried fish is my favorite dish. Sugar mills to sugar cane. Oh, how I love the sweet smell of the rain. Oh, sweet St. Croix.
Yeah, folks. Sweet St. Croix. Yeah, Sweet St. Croix. All right. I think St. Croix name has been embellished in a way that's going to live on. Sweet St. Croix. Okay. Yeah, I tell you, when I see that snow and ice and after a while of that shoveling, oh Lordy, be sweet St. Croix. No cavities to worry about there. You know, and with proper behavior, the diabetes is under control too. Sweet St. Croix, folks. All right. You know, every place have their thing. Yeah. Come to St. Croix. Sweet St. Croix. All right. And you know, if they have anything here that ain't sweet, just think in terms of all the other good things. Cause it may not be sweet in one way, it might be spicy in another way. But hey, Sweet St. Croix. Come back to it all the time. Yeah. All right. Now, you know, I from time to time I talk about what's that phrase? Human nature. Human nature. Well, is Pongin Mele human nature? Anybody got an answer for that? Or is it a virus or what? How you know, because I don't think everybody does Pong Mele. Does everybody Pong Mele? Oh, wait, no. Some people have put it in the in the mortar and grind it. I don't know. But maybe you have the answer, okay? 773-0390, 773-0490. I want to know about melee. Is it a human condition? Is it part of human nature? Is it a virus? You know, you could get by walking in the rain or being in the wrong dust or whatever. You know, don't walk there. You might catch some melee. I don't know, folks. 773-0390, 773-0490. And let's do some human nature kind of music here. Again, for you folks who are watching on Douglas Canton, you should be able to see and appreciate the video also. Yeah, folks. Human nature. All right. For those of you who watching on Douglas Canton on YouTube, like I said, I appreciate your feedback on how this stuff is coming through. And I want to say, if you have a performance, you know, music is one thing. You have dance, other things, and you want it to be on there, that's fine. Get in touch, and we'll add it to our, with your permission, we'll add it to the pool of videos and performances that we have to show people here. All right? Human nature. You know, I've been getting some texts because the lady that called earlier, she really pushed some buttons with some folks. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, because the challenge is that there are a lot of things going on in the community that either people don't know about or they ain't talking about. And it's one thing to say something, it's another thing to have your proof to throw out there and show that it ain't just 'cause I say so. It got to do with reality. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. That's just, you know, a real part of it, you know, that we have to really deal with it in the right way, which is to bring it out with the appropriate documentation. In the United States, and it should be considered the same here also, they don't call it whistleblowers. Okay, so if you get the right people with the right information and it come out and it's factual, hey, things will happen. Anyhow, someone online too. Good morning, WSTX.
I hope I'm not breaking out. Yes, this is Douglas Cantor. How are you keeping this monitor?
Trying to keep well, sir.
Yes. I happen to be doing some workouts, and I overheard you saying about the mentioning about the lights on the Melvin Evans Highway.
Mm-hmm.
As a concerned personal citizen, I'm also concerned about it too. But I want to ask you this question: were they not taken off because of the racing? That's my
No.
people.
No. Well, I gonna tell you, right? This, and you know, sometimes we don't come up with reasoning that don't make no sense. And follow me now, right?
Yeah, because it's very dangerous.
I know, but follow me, right?
Yeah, following, yeah.
Follow me. If we have monitors just at the stoplight sections alone, not for just when it's a red light, just to keep track of traffic and speed, okay?
Yes.
And what you do is you put in the special cameras, and when a car fly through there, they think they're going fast, but the camera faster. And when it but follow me. When the ticket come in the mail, and you get a ticket for $1,000 because they can verify that you are going this fast.
Yeah.
Right? You want to see it stop? Think about that now. I say that I was in the military, right, over in Germany, and I make the mistake of cutting it too close going through a light. The ticket came in the mail. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm saying that if we want to solve these problems, we have to think different about how we're going about it. Right? Let me give you another example. You have these you have these folks that want to put their disco system pushing out their window and driving up the place
Yes.
with all kind of
Whole
bad
set of-
word and everything
whole
that you
set of noise.
right.
Whole set
Okay,
of more than one speaker too.
brother.
Like 4, 5, 10 speakers
Right.
in the back of a car.
But
with
brother,
the passenger seat.
I say this, and I
You
hope
go ahead.
I hope all of my senators are listening. All you belong to me, okay? There are enough ordinances in all of them counties and states in the United States that there is language already there to put on the books, okay? That those people can be fined in ways that they will stop doing it and to make it illegal, okay? Now, follow me now. Our folks come up and say, well, you can't do them nothing because you can't say how loud it was because you don't have a measuring system for it. We gotta get, and then it gotta be calibrated. And no.
Yes.
These is people making reason why something can get done. Okay, and I don't need them kind of people working for me. I tell you the problem. Come up with how we could fix it, and I could tell you how we could fix it. First of all, you write the law in such a way that if two people saying, look, I was talking to this person, I had to go over to the ear and hold my hand for them to be able to hear me because of the noise coming out of that car. That's proof. If they show up in court and say that, that's proof. You don't need nothing to measure. If the policeman say, Your Honor, I was there and I had to tell him to turn it down so he could hear me talk to you. That's proof.
Yeah.
Okay? We need to write our laws in a way that they're going to work for us. Now, you used to have the little bar them that making noise all hour the night that children got to do homework and everything else, right? In a lot of places in the States, there is no open door street music coming out like that. No. You gotta be enclosed and it's in there. So now, the reality is we could pass a law that requires these people to retrofit so this noise ain't coming outside. We could even give them a subsidy to help them and give them a 5-year or 7-year time to actually make the car. It costs money, and we ain't trying to put them out of business. We're just trying to say that we should be able to walk down the street and talk to each other, not get blown away because the music coming out so loud. All right?
Exactly. I totally agree.
But I'm just saying, it can be done. But
it can be done.
These people, us, we good at complaining with each other, but come to the street lights. I tell a lady a little minute ago that if 500 of us, because 500 votes could make a difference between whether you get in or don't get in, or 1,000 of us, then they even get more concerned then. Sign a petition and say, no street lights on the highway before election, no vote for election. You want to see man get up and they hustle, chase down the governor, make sure they find the money and get it done?
In other words, you hold his feet to the fire.
To the fire. So it comes back
hold his feet to the fire.
It comes back to us. You complaining about it does not look. When you have election now, you ain't even having people calling no forum for these people to come before you and tell you what they're about and where they're from in terms of their education credentials and everything else. We ain't even doing that no more. And the politicians like it so. Because we're not doing anything to vet. Oh, I see that one. Oh, I like he. I know his family. I know his mother. I know his friend. And we used to line together. That's how we voting now.
I know. Mr. Turnbull used to do. Sheldon used to do that on the Vibe.
Right,
interview forum. I think he still does it. I'm not sure.
Right, but you had organizations that did these things before, and we have to understand that people could come and tell us anything, and it sound good. You see the guy Santos in New York. What we waiting for us to get our own George Santos down here, or a number of them? No, but this is where we are. You got to know where you are. Okay, to figure out which way you're going to go. And now...
just adding to what you see, not to cut you off, you have to have an inertive, that's the term I will use, inertive love and concern for your surroundings and where you live. Like you say, you're not putting anybody out of business. I mean, playing their music.
Right.
But when it comes to the point of people can't hear their own selves, and it's deafening. And sometimes they you know, not to use this term. I didn't want to really use a derogative term, but the music is not really melodic. Because
right.
Melodic,
well, not only that. To me, you know, to me, the language is very often very denigrating to people in general, denigrating to women, otherwise offensive. I just, you know, if you want to talk like that, that's your business. But you shouldn't be able to force that down other people's ear. Okay, that's where it goes too far.
Let me share this with you before you go. I know you're begging for you're bargaining for time.
Yeah.
But in the island of Trinidad, I heard because I'm not really residing there. No, but it was the same. You had the same issue problem with the noise, as it were, we call it noise pollution, and a lot of concerned citizens complain because I know, like in the taxis, the maxi taxis, what they'll do, that's what they'll do. Turn up the music so you can know who come in. Sometimes you have dark whites, red tape, blue feather, and all type of names. But that's how they attracted the younger generational passengers at the time, and people complain of the music, the noise pollution. And so the government put in some rules in place that, you know, since of the complaint, I don't know if they got a petition or something signed, but since of the complaint, you can't have so much amount. You could only have so much amount decibel.
Decibels, yeah. No, I hear you. But even
of that, yes,
one is
of the volume of that music, and not so much.
Right.
Definitely, somewhere comes to the point that 6-10 people are affected, as it were, by the loudness of the
right, right, yeah. And decibels is good when you have a measuring device, but your law have to be allowing for people to establish that they couldn't even talk to each other, hear each other because it was so loud.
Exactly.
And that way the judge could say, okay, case done, it's too loud, boom, pay your fine. Okay. Now let me give you another example before you run. Right. I don't know, but driving down the road, sometimes you come across this vehicle that got a bright white light in front of it. I've seen more than one vehicle. Okay, it's a LED light, and it's brighter than a high beam. It blinding you and hurting your eye.
Yes.
Now they put it on their car to be cool or whatever. I gonna tell you. I drive in Florida, I drive in Atlanta, I drive, in D.C., I drive in Massachusetts, I drive in the Midwest. All right? You do that, you will get pulled over and you will get a ticket.
Yes.
Okay?
Because it's blinding the other pedestrian.
If you have fog lights and you turn them on where they ain't fog, they will pull you over.
Yes.
Okay.
As long as it's too bright and it's
right.
compared with the other
computer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But let me tell you, my point for saying that is not to compare us to them. It is to say that there are laws and examples of laws that if our leaders want to stop this stuff, they could do their research, get the appropriate language, and get these things passed.
Yes, it's not difficult. It's not difficult.
Okay. So, this is why I like to get in solutions, I want to tell them not only that I tell you that this is stupidness that's going on in the place, but this is how you stop it. Or this is another alternative. You can't just complain. You got to get them a way to deal with it. And I'm giving them a way.
Yes.
And you got a staff and a researcher and whatever. Let them do their research.
To look into it, yes. Yeah.
Okay? But do more than look into it. Come back with some legislation that will work.
That's what I mean by research.
Yeah. Okay, we are on the same sheet. Anyhow, I really appreciate your call. And I'm hoping in that context, maybe I can get, between you and I and the other lady that called, that people get some ideas and start coalescing to make something happen. Because I know if they show up with a petition with 1,000 people and share a copy of it with every senator's office that no lights by November, no vote in November. 1,000 votes will make the difference who get in and who don't get in for at least 2 people.
Before you go, there are a few cameras that are in place now. Will they be able to do what we are considering in terms of the racing? Or they're just for the stoplight?
I can't say yes. But let me just say this to you, right? The technology is out there, and we don't waste enough money on other things, so we can't say the camera them too expensive. All right, we need to just do what we need to do. There is really no excuse in this day and time. Okay, there's no excuse. You know, long ago you used to have to put a policeman out there and he hold a piece of equipment. No. You set the stuff up on the right lamppost, the right places, and so forth and so on. You got an idea. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how great the technology is, right?
The technology is there.
I got this good friend of mine. He could see better than me. Okay? And he tell me about being on a vehicle that was going 85 miles an hour down the highway. Okay?
Oh, my goodness.
And he can't see. But his app telling him how fast they're moving.
Yes,
okay?
Yeah.
And that was a government vehicle that had no business doing that speed on the road.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right? No, so I'm saying that if we want to get it done, we can get it done. Just like they could put an app on these little piece of equipment on these vehicles that they could tell when one of their vehicles exceed this 55, 65, or whatever the case may be, or
I agree. Yes,
the technology is there.
Yeah.
Okay, because the type
instead of not fixing the roads because of that and leaving after lights.
Right, I'm gonna tell you the particular.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. We're not going to fix the road because we got people racing on it. So you use the potholes in a sense.
But
speed bumps.
But let me but you can't do that on highways. Yeah, but you can't do that on highways. You can't do that on highways. You know.
Definitely not.
Right, but what I'm saying is the ridiculousness of whoever is of us taking that as a reason is that people who want to race don't need lights. Okay, they'll come up with their own lights. Okay. All right. That's
I'm laughing, but it's very
the government should be supporting the drag racing strip.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to race? Go down there, go race. Cause if we catch you on the highway racing, the fine should be exorbitant. Okay. I'm gonna close out my conversation with this. One night, I had a junior calypso show, and I invited 2 people, one of whom is deceased now, to the show, and both of them were blind, okay? And then they laid down Frederickstead, so I took them down to Frederickstead, and as I was coming back up, I came upon an accident, okay? An accident coming up from the West Airport Road to the light there by the community. I can't think of the name of the community right now, but it's right there after you coming from West Airport Road coming east, okay? The very next stoplight. And it was clear to me that the person coming from the West Airport Road was flying. So somebody came to the intersection, ain't see nothing, and drive out to come out, and a car fly around there and hit them.
Yes.
Broadside.
Coming off from the airport.
Yeah, West Airport Road, yes.
Yes.
Kill the individual on the spot. Okay?
Yes.
I watched I watched the ambulance come. They went over to the car, checked the person, and just saw they walk away to check on the people in the other car. The person was gone. All right?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Okay?
Yes.
No, this speeding is a problem. Okay?
Yes.
Speeding is a problem. No. Sometimes with age and wisdom you just get smarter. Because just like I tell people, I am so glad I was never a teenager. I don't tell people that. I got somebody on line 1. I'll come into you in a second. Anyhow, but I'm just saying that we all have lived and learned, and we need to impart our knowledge, and we need to do better. That's the bottom line.
Yes.
Anyhow,
yes.
I gotta move. I got somebody online. One, I've been keeping them waiting. I enjoyed the conversation. All right, take care.
Yes.
All right.
All the best.
Same to you. All right. Good morning, WSTX, and thank you for your patience.
Yes, good morning. How are you, Mr. Cantan?
I'm doing well, and yourself, sir?
I'm good. I just have a bit of a complaint this morning. As you was speaking about roads with a other caller, a previous caller. Have you looked at the concrete median on the Melbourne Evans Highway?
All the time.
Have you seen how much tan growing over the median? Bush. I mean, it looked like the median is an extension of the grass and the bush that will grow on the side of the road.
It is a problem.
Have you seen that?
It is a problem. It is a problem.
It's shameful because people come here and say, well, these people don't even keep the road clear. They need to send, I know they used to, and that... you got the median, and then you got places like, let's say, Tipperary. Going out Tipperary, you got to drive in the middle of the road because the road is so overgrown. But the bigger solution in the long run, what we need to do is we need to privatize the maintenance of these sides of these roads, because we can build into that maintenance the actual planting of things that won't create the problem. When you drive in the States, these thousands and thousands and thousands of miles, you don't have no place along the interstate or whatever where the bush them growing over the interstate, and you got to go over toward the middle, toward the next lane to avoid the bush. Okay? Yeah, because, but the difference is they have pride up there.
No.
We don't have any pride. There's no pride. There's no urgency, no pride.
Right, but let me take it let me take it from a parallel road, right? They also plant along the highway plants of grass that don't grow that high by the nature of the grass. So even if it... I'm just saying...
But with a concrete median, there's supposed to be no grass.
No. I understand, but what I'm saying, I don't want us to just fix the median and forget everything else. I gave the example of like Tipperary and these other places, right? I know the median is one issue in and of itself. Okay. First of all, they need to power wash the whole thing down with a fluid that having something that that does not cause allow the mold and stuff to grow on it. Okay, because that concrete started out white and it's gray now, right? And
we ain't even get to that part yet.
No. I'm just saying.
We get to the part where we have to scrape the whole median, the both sides.
Right. In other words, we have to have a comprehensive plan.
I mean, you could do that later. I agree with that.
No,
I
am right there with you. I'm saying let's plan from beginning to end, from the clearing of the silt and making sure we don't have tan growing all the way down to, if it's white, it can reflect light better at night, which is good for traffic, so you could know where your car is relative to the wall. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Because when it get dark like that, it's just the same thing as somebody walking on the road with dark clothes on. That's all. So I'm saying from beginning, dealing with the self.
Everybody wants big job around here to get big pay, but nobody wants to do no big work. That's the problem here.
Well,
anyway, you have a good morning.
Yeah, but
it's shameful and ridiculous.
I agree. All right, thanks for the call. This is great conversation, but we have to take it beyond conversation, folks. We got to take it beyond conversation. Okay? Do that petition and let we get our 1,000, 2,000 signatures and no lights fixed by November, no vote in November. And I'm telling you, they will find the money, they will get on the governor back, they'll do whatever they have to do. And them lights get fixed. Right? You think it's any coincidence that we got horse race for Carnival? No. That's what they want. Give the people what they want. Okay? And that's just how it works. You ain't see the highway still ain't finished, but
For festival, they open up lanes that were there closed down for the longest while, so because they know people got to go to Frederickstead. The bridge up by Kings Hill cut off. The bridge at the East Airport Road cut off. You can imagine the congestion, people trying to get down there in any serious numbers. But I'm just saying, folks, if you want something to happen, come together and communicate in numbers. No, not individually, because these people believe when they talk to you, they can move on to the next person and you're going to forget. So all they got to do is keep talking to you, one. No. Put together a petition. Put your name on there. Just like how they want you to sign a petition to make them eligible for election. Do your petition. Get your 2,000 names. 2,000 votes could make the difference for at least 4 people who get in the last time or the time before that or the time before that. Folks, you have the power. Talking ain't power. Talking ain't power. Okay? No, don't get me wrong, no. Talking to have power. I didn't like to wash dishes. Okay? My father come in late and see the dishes there. He say, I better not come back in the morning and find them dishes there. Well, your boy went to sleep. And then he catch himself in the middle of the night. So 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, clunk-a-tank pan and plate and thing washing. Yeah, talk can be power. But in the context of getting the things you want done in your community, talk is not power. Talk has become the thing, oh, I know him, man, and all you gotta do is talk to them and shake your head and say, yeah, you understand and everything else, and keep right on moving, because that's what they're doing. If you've talked to them about the problem and it's still there, then that's what they're doing. Okay? So, I see something here like the phone ring again. Is minutes to 10. Folks, generally I'm out of here at 10 o'clock. Okay? So, it's been a great 8 to 10. Okay? Yeah. Somebody said they see what I'm doing here with the music and the video. So what I'm going to do here is I got one. Okay. No, I don't want to watch no TV here, folks. Okay. We got somebody on line 1. Okay. WSTX, you have the last word, I think.
The last word? Your show finishing at 10 o'clock, Doug?
That's what they say.
Okay, well, let me speed up. We have 5 minutes.
Talk to me.
Good morning to the listeners of 970 AM. So, the governor on Monday said that he's gonna institute a local state of emergency for the fact that we have an energy crisis. Do we really have an energy crisis? I want to ask, and I asked a colleague from Senate, what's his name, Fred Gregory, who chairs the financial committee, just had a hearing yesterday. And I'm waiting for Jamila Russell to call me back. I called the office to ask, when the governor subsidized WAPA in June of 22, $4 million a month to June of 23, for the total of $48 million, no central government entity was in the rear. We just gave them $4 million a month. So I asked them, was that an election year ploy? It had to be, Doug. In June of 22, where were we? Were we in the middle of a gubernatorial election?
Well, you tell me. Time is tight.
We don't. Because the primaries in August, right? The Democratic primary will be in August, and then we have the general election in November. So let me get this here clear. You, out of the goodness of your heart, you want to take $4 million out of the general fund, which we can't even pay back people the tax check at time with accrued interest. But we're going to go and give WAPA $4 million a month to buy fuel. Well, if WAPA didn't get a $4 million in June of 22, would they have gone to the Public Service Commission looking to get a rate increase right in the middle of the gubernatorial campaign where he had claimed in his first term he had did everything from reinvent the wheel, fire to the best thing since sliced bread, that the government employee retirement system is now fixed, the roads over there at St. Croix are smooth like silk.
Brother, you know, keep
but
moving because
that was we gave away $48 million, right?
Uh-huh.
And then while we subsidizing the $4 million a month, WAPA come and say the two hospitals at Waste Management owes $24 million. Did that $24 million happen overnight, or that had to accumulate over a period of months? Because if your monthly invoice is what, $500,000, then it had to have been over a period of months.
All right. Well, sir, we're gonna have to pick it up because my time is up here. Okay, I understand that, but my time is up. I understand what you're saying, and I look forward to us bringing these things out when we have time. Okay. But I gotta run before they call the police on me.
And I had called. I was on hold for a while.
I didn't realize. No. I didn't realize that. But hey, next Thursday, the issue is still.
Yeah, I didn't realize that your show ended at 10.
Yeah.
If I'd known that, I would have called them.
Right. No problem.
Pick it up next week.
No problem. Okay, we gonna make it work. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Take care.
All right. Take care, man. All right. Yes, folks, it's that time. Do a random act of kindness. If you're feeling kind of bored, these some premeditated acts of kindness. You will not have a trial like Donald Trump because you did it. Okay? It's okay. Just do it. Now, folks, on top of that, I'm going to tell you, please, make sure every now and then you do a random act of kindness for somebody you just can't stand. Because every time I turn it wrong, I have people who live in this world. And the people say, I can't stand here, can't stand she. And afterward, the person gone and you hear them talking about, I said, look, they don't got space in your mind, son. Do something nice for them. Anyhow, folks, love's in need of love every day. Share the love, especially here on Sweet St. Croix.
News Talk for the Virgin Islands, AM 970 WSTX.
Come to Tire Kingdom, come to Tire Kingdom. When you need tires for your car, come to Tire Kingdom. For your SUV or your trailer, come to Tire Kingdom. We have every brand in every size. Come to Tire Kingdom. Lowest prices in the Virgin Islands. Come to Tire Kingdom. At Tire Kingdom, we have the largest selection. Number one on the island, that is Tire Kingdom. We have custom rims in every style. Out at Tire Kingdom. The best service that will make you smile. Out at Tire Kingdom. Any tire you need, we've got them all. Out at Tire Kingdom. Right at the